Hello, welcome to the video introduction and guide to your Security Gap Assessment service. Now that you have signed the proposal, we will be walking you through our methodology and process. Please sit back and enjoy. In this video, we will be covering our Security Gap Assessment methodology, the deliverables you should expect to receive from this assessment, the process and general timeline of the entire service, points of contact, and your next steps after this video. Methodology. The foundation of our assessment is based on the current version of the CIS framework. Our questions will not only touch on controls relating to IT and software, but also dive into the realm of HR and governance. This assessment will provide you with the groundwork to plan and drive progress on your security journey, which may include more complex compliance standards such as ISO and SOC 2. This assessment includes threat modeling, which will identify industry-known threats and risks to your business and provide you with a lightweight overview of how your business is currently postured against it. All of your recommendations will be input into a worksheet that can be used as the foundation for your future security roadmap. The Risk Register is a tool that will reside in your organization as a living document. The Risk Register reflects the impact of controls to organizations. Some controls will cover several compliance and control objectives as it relates to different frameworks. Our Risk Register methodology is tied to the NIST framework, which follows the 5 steps as it relates to risk mitigation activities: identify, detect, protect, respond, and recover. To create your Risk Register, we will ask you a series of open-ended questions and conduct a lightweight business impact assessment in a 90-minute session so we can understand the nature of your organization's risk profile. Deliverables. You will receive 3 deliverables from this assessment. A Security Gap Assessment report. This will be your primary deliverable. If you have also purchased the Risk Register service, you will be receiving 2 additional deliverables: a Risk Register report and a risk log. The Risk Register report and risk log require an additional live discovery session to create, which we refer to as the risk assessment. During this session, we will be asking both open-ended and guided questions to your team in efforts to understand your risk environment. The risk categories that we generate will be based on your overall environment, industry trends, and compliance aspirations. The Risk Register report will provide details and background on the high-level risk categories. This report will give you guidance on understanding how susceptible your organization potentially is as it relates to your overall risk environment. This will be demonstrated by a heat map. On the other hand, the risk log will provide an in-depth detail of the contributing factors that affect the impact and probability of the risk categories, which are referred to as risk items. Process. Your assessment will take place in the span of 3 weeks. On the first day of the engagement, you will receive an onboarding email from your project coordinator detailing the project timeline and highlighting next steps. After reviewing the onboarding material, you will need to select a time slot for the discovery sessions with your security lead, which the project coordinator will invite you to. There will also be a 60-minute executive review, which will take place at the end of this engagement. On day 3, you will have your first discovery session with your security lead. The live discovery session will take place over our web conferencing platform and will be run in a question and answer format. This assessment is intended to collect information regarding your organization's security posture. We will not be requiring you to provide any evidence to support your responses, such as screen share your network or show us your office setup. It's not necessary. We recommend that you be as honest as possible in order to accurately capture your current state. Answering no won't penalize you. In fact, it'll help us provide you with the most accurate next steps and recommendations in improving your overall security posture. Throughout the live discovery session, we will be asking you questions that may prompt you to submit specific documentation. At the end of the first discovery call, we will provide you with a document request list which you can refer to when submitting the relevant documentation for discovery. Once the documents are submitted on the 4th day, our security lead will review the documents and include any observations or findings in the final report. The document request list can be found in the shared repository. As you go through the live discovery session, you'll be able to get a good idea of what documents you have from what is discussed or explicitly requested. For your reference, it calls for documentation related to inventory, policies, controls related to network, device, or accounts, logging, monitoring, and response. We ask that you do this by the next day so we can include an assessment of your documents into the report. If you do not have any of the documents requested, please skip this step. After document discovery has concluded, you will have your second discovery session with your security lead. In the event that we do not get through all the controls in the first discovery session, we will facilitate a second meeting to complete discovery. If this is not the case, this meeting will be removed from our calendars. If you have purchased a risk register, an extra 90-minute discovery session will also be included and scheduled. Once discovery has been completed, we will be spending the second week creating your report. We may reach out to you during this period if we need to clarify any statements or information that was provided as we write the report. On the last day of the second week, the deliverables will be submitted to you through our shared repository. Once you receive the report, you will have a 48-hour review period to review your deliverables. Please inform us if we have depicted any information about your organization inaccurately. If the deliverables need to be revised, we will resubmit the deliverables to you a minimum of 1 day prior to the executive review. The executive review will be the final milestone for this assessment. We will be reviewing the high-level findings and recommendations that have come out of this assessment. This meeting will give you an opportunity to ask questions or receive more clarity on any element of the assessment. Points of contact. Your main point of contact will be the project lead. You will also receive communication from your security lead, who will be leading discovery and creating your report. You may receive written communication from them directly as it relates to discovery or the overall assessment. Your customer success manager will be around to monitor this engagement and be available as a point of escalation. Next steps. You will receive an onboarding email from the assigned project coordinator summarizing this information. Please review the email at your earliest convenience. The email will have indicated time slots for the discovery calls and executive review. Please select a time slot for each call. Once you have completed all the onboarding tasks, let the assessment begin. We will be using email as our primary method of communication. In addition, we will be inviting you to collaborate with us in a secure shared document repository, which we will utilize for sharing any sensitive documentation that we may request during the document discovery portion or when we share the deliverables. Frequently asked questions. I am no longer able to commit to the timeline, or some of the listed dates don't work well with me. Can they be moved? The assigned project manager will be able to help you with any availability challenges you are experiencing. Please let them know about this in the onboarding email thread immediately after watching this video. Who should attend the live discovery sessions? The framework we use assesses the security of many different aspects of the business, such as IT, HR, development, and governance. You do not need an expert from each department in representation if there are key individuals that can speak on behalf of those processes. Our IT is managed by a third-party service provider. Should we include them? We recommend that your service provider join the first live discovery session, as well as participate in document discovery if they can contribute documents. Will you be providing specific software or tool recommendations? As accurate software or tool recommendations are difficult to prescribe as they vary in price and capabilities, they will not be included in the document as they require a more in-depth business analysis. Despite this, recommendations can be casually provided during the executive review. Lastly, if you have any questions, you are always welcome to email us at pmo@cobalt.io. Thank you for watching this video. We look forward to hearing from you soon.